Oh no. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of the Growth Invitation. This is Janette here, and we are here with Carmiola, who is an incredible woman that I met during my course at the Lisa Nichols Certified Training Program. And as you know, the Growth Invitation is all about bringing on powerful females from all over the world to share their story, their challenges, their growth journeys. So, as an invitation and an inspiration to all of you out there, so that you know wherever you are, whatever you're going through, whatever your starting point is, you can always choose to grow and manifest your dream future. So today, as I mentioned, Carmiola De Santura is with us, and I am super excited to hear more about her story because she has gone through very, very deep transformation over the past couple of years. So I'm not going to take any more of her time. Let's go straight to Carmiola. Carmiola, hello.
Hello, Janette. Hello, and hello, everybody who has taken time to listen and be with us today.
I'm so excited to be hearing your story today because actually, what you've been through is not something that a lot of people go through. The depths of transformation, the darkness that you had to experience over the past couple of years. I know, having spoken to you, that it's been a massive challenge. So I would love for you to share with the audience more about your journey. Where did it start and what actually happened?
You know, Janet, when you're saying that, it's so dramatic. I don't see that anymore so dramatic, so that's why I can share it, obviously. But the thing is that when we're saying that we have been in a very dark places, we've been in a hole, we've been stuck or whatever, people assume that something has to happen with your health. For example, you lose something, part of your body or something that makes you believe that you're not perfect or you're not the whole in your body. There are so many stories like that. But I think that what people don't realize is that maybe we should start to share more of these stories when we had something, like we build up something in our life, because we're growing all the time. The purpose of life is the growth. So I think that my journey that I've shared at Lisa's event and with you and with some people over there, I've never shared before because I didn't think that it was important to say out that part of my life I was someone who was, let's say, celebrity, kind of like a person who other people knew, they maybe looked up to. Sometimes when I shared stories of people who suffered in life, because I used to work 15 years as a TV host in my country, in Estonia. And all my programs, all my shows were about real people in their real life experience, and they just shared their experiences. And one of the show was it was called Sea Commando. Oh my god, even if I'm saying that, it's like inside me I feel embarrassed a little bit. I don't know why. But we were a group of people, and we created a show about helping people in different areas of their life. And so suddenly, when I was like, it was 15 years, it was quite a long time. And suddenly, what happened was that I had a very sudden Kundalini awakening. It's a spiritual awakening when my whole body was numb one night and I couldn't move my body. It took a while. It took, I don't know actually how long I was there, but I had to pee. I had to go to pee.
Mm.
during the night because I was awake. So it's a natural calling, like. And then I don't know how I ended up there and how I ended up on the first floor, because I remember myself crying over rolling myself on the floor. And suddenly in the morning, actually, it wasn't morning, it was early morning, it was 5 o'clock or something. I woke up and then I rolled myself, let's say rolled, because it was, I think, an hour and a half. I got myself downstairs and I knew that something has changed. I
Mm.
didn't know what it was, but I knew that I don't have to call for help. Something in me told me that I can fix it. Usually when people are, when they feel something like that the pain is all over the body, they call help. But
Mm.
I didn't feel like that. I felt like I can fix it. I can fix it. And then I put the very spiritual music on. I don't remember myself from previous years playing a spiritual music because it was not my piece of cake. I was very down on earth because I worked with my left side.
The
Um,
brain,
yeah,
the thinking brain, the
absolutely.
logical brain.
Logical mind, thinking mind, always in action mind, and searching for solutions mind. And then I knew. I put my laptop on and I pressed the button, and spiritual music, I think it was seven chakras cleansing music. I put it on and my body like started to take asanas. Asanas are the mudras and positions where I held myself. And I started to do that. It took me, I think, an hour,
Hmm.
maybe more. And then I was on my legs, like I was standing up, and I said, "That's done." I didn't even
But it
think.
kind of have no, it didn't come through anything. Like, you been practicing yoga
No, no,
previously?
no, no, no. I was not yoga person. No, 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 no,
So there was no yoga, no spirituality, no
no,
nothing. Just
no.
one night just happened.
It just happened, and I think
Oh,
during this time right now, I'm 100% sure that it happens with many, many people right now. It's called sudden Kundalini awakening.
okay.
So it's not like people are practicing the yoga, so they're raising their Kundalini energies so that it's kind of like naturally flows and naturally goes all over your spiritual place in your body. But for me, it happened like it's
Right.
like electric shock in my body. And that's why I was able to like release it, because it was just electric shock. It
Mm.
Nothing was wrong with my body. It was just electric shock, like underlined shock. And then my life changed. I had this it was right now I have the period before this awakening and period after the awakening, because after awakening I couldn't serve people the way I was used to serve anymore. I felt
Mm.
like I just cannot. And then I remember I did one show about celebrating people in Estonian language. It was "Sa oled jätnud jälje." You've left you left a mark on this earth. So people thanked other people for the amazing, for example, uh, situations where people came to help them in their past situations. So it was a very beautiful show. And then my channel thought, it's bullshit. We don't need that anymore. And then I left. Then I left, and
So
I
people around you that you've been working with for 15 years basically said, we don't want this anymore. and
No,
just
no, no. It wasn't people around me. It was just the people who had power to say that we don't need you anymore.
mm.
So that in the channel, like people in power.
So was it your employer
Yeah,
basically saying
yeah,
to you, actually, we don't
yeah,
need this anymore?
yeah.
And
And
how
then
did you feel when they actually said that to you? Because after the awakening, you were so much more aware of yourself,
no,
and
I
it
would
was more
say that,
spiritual.
you know what the thing is, that when people get sudden awakening, it's not a nice thing to be, because suddenly you feel, you feel, you see, you smell, you know things that you never experienced before. So I was in shock,
Mm.
and I started to block it. And if you there is a movie, I see dead people. you know is it That's not a very nice thing to be suddenly. So it's not like sitting and and then suddenly you get the realization or a knowing about something. No, it was like boom, and everything was out there. And i was trying to I was trying to grow into all the energies that opened around me. So it
Mm.
was I think that was almost a year I was lost, like in this growing. And then I fell.
And the feelings that you had, apart from loss, what else were you feel? What else did you feel?
I felt like I'm a crazy, that
Mm.
I went crazy. Most definitely my friends thought that. uh, and I really believed that I went crazy.
Wow.
And it's not a nice place to be.
Did you
And
seek help in any way, like when you were feeling in that situation? Or were you able to
no,
get
no, no,
help?
no, 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 no. Thank God, no, 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 no. Because I went to some shamans and they worked with me, and they explained me. They started to explain me what has just happened. So I started to learn a lot. I became a book addict. I started to read, and then I understood what has just happened. And then I went to study Kundalini yoga, and
Mm,
that really really helped me, because all I had to do, I had to raise my own energies. Because when you're scared, when you I teach to my students today the same thing, that when you feel like you awakened, many children feel that, they feel that something is happening around them during the night. They see shadows, or they feel that someone is in the room, because we're in, the energies of the earth are so raisin, yeah,
yeah.
subtle,
Subtle.
subtle, yeah. And that's why we have to raise our own energies in order to feel better. Otherwise you would feel the headache all the time. And that's why we have to raise our energies, and children feel that a lot right now in these energies. And I tell them all the time that the last thing you can or should do is to be afraid, because then you fall into dark energies, and
Mm,
then you're not in a good place. You have to raise your energies. You have to say prayers a lot, have stones, have, the oils, everything that helps you to raise your energies. You've done the Reiki, you know that.
mm.
Yeah.
And is that what happened basically? You kind of fell down into that dark place before you could get
Yeah,
help from the shamanic healers. So what
I had
happened
to.
after, like, you started that journey, your healing journey, your transformational journey? Was it like a, okay, now I've started, now I'm now done?
Mm, no, yeah, it took me, now I think, it has taken me 8 years. It
8 years?
doesn't. Yeah, so it's like,
Wow.
um mm, let's say that I think that 4 years I spent in the period of swimming in dark night of the soul energies, so that you have to face your biggest fears, you have to face your layers, your ego. But ego is a layer, so ego is our defense mechanism, so we have to kind of like let that go a little bit in order to go deeper. And of course the traumas, I had to face all my traumas that I had since childhood. I had to, layer by layer, I had to let them go in order to find myself. And it wasn't, I think that it was a very deep depression, because I thought, number one, I thought that I went crazy. Number two, I didn't know what to do with that, and I had to face all my, I did the, there is a therapy method, journey, so that you go to the journey inside your body. I did that on my own. I started to go in, and then I didn't know how to get out. So I went in, I was in panic, nobody was in the room, and I was like, how do I get out, how do I get out? Because I fell into the traumas that I faced as a child, and then I couldn't get out. It
Mm.
was a dangerous place to be, because there you can lose yourself. Oh, I had to learn how to come out from there. So it took me, I think, the 3 years I was in a deep depression. I didn't do anything. But what I did, I learned a lot. And I went to study um, Tony Robbins' life coaching.
Mm.
So that was really helpful. And his methods actually helped me a lot.
Mm. That's amazing, because actually to know that, yeah, something just happened. It wasn't by choice. It happened to you. You got this awakening suddenly. And then it wasn't just like, okay, let me just get out of it. It was a 4 year long, deep, dark
Yeah.
journey
Yeah.
that you had to go on. And I say that because I want to kind of help raise the awareness of people that actually it takes time
Oh,
to
yeah.
transform. It takes time to heal, and it takes time to come back out of dark places.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like let me read a book and ta-da and I'm done, or let me do a course and then I'm healed.
Yeah, exactly. 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 And when people go to, for example, they go to yoga, and I would say that people who are trying very, very much, to get this feeling to be awakened, I think that sometimes people have the knowledge about something that seems as if awakening, but deep awakening means that you don't know who you are anymore. Because I had this question, if I'm awakened, who am I then? Because I cannot, as we were speaking before, if you've had experience that shaped your life in a way that you cannot put the puzzle pieces together anymore, then you have to build another puzzle where you cannot be the same person anymore. So you have to recreate yourself.
Mm.
And people are saying that I went to yoga class and now I'm awakened. You can be, but have you been in this dark period in your life when you have to face yourself? Awakening cannot happen from the place of up high. Awakening means that you have to go to sleep, deep sleep, and then you're gonna be awakened. And people are afraid of that. People are afraid of this sleeping period. And that's why I'm saying that we are aware of things that are happening around us. We can be very empathic, and this actually goes back to your traumas. Um, we are empaths only if not only, but most of empaths are people who have taken care of their mothers or fathers. And that's why they kind of like step out from their own body and they start to take care of someone else. And then they forget to take care of themselves, and they get used to that. And then they forget who they are. And that's why they become empaths. And my journey, I'm so grateful that I found my path being today as ancestral trauma healer, because that's the thing I've been like 8 years doing my own work, and then starting to teach and to heal and to see what other people are living through. Where are they? So I know where they are because I've been there. And that's why I know how to take them out from there, because I've been there.
Mm. And you're so right in that, actually, knowing how to get into something, or having that awareness that you might be going into something, is different to going through and coming back out the other side
Hmm.
in a newly created you, in
Hmm.
a newly created way. And as you said, a lot of people think, oh, I've had this vision, I've had a download, I've had a whatever they've experienced. But actually, it's what you're going to do with that information as well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And where are you, on what level, um, energetically are you when you are downloading it? Because we can download from the fear energy, we can download from other person energy, we can download from the question answer energy, we can download from situation energy. There are many places, many platforms where we can download. It all depends on your question and where you are in your life, what state you are in your life, and who is surrounding you in your life when you're downloading.
Mm. That is so interesting, and I've never heard of how, like, the way that you download is affected by so many other factors other than
Yeah.
just what are you thinking or what is your question. Because that's the most common way, is like, what do I want, what am I trying to get to, who am I? But then it's, but what else is around you that could be affecting your energy, your thoughts, your behaviors, even the traumas.
Oh yeah, and most people, do you know what? Most people download from the place of fear because they're afraid to lose something. They're afraid to become someone, and then they ask God that, what should I do in order not to be afraid? But God cannot tell you what to do. God can only show you where you are, and we don't
Mm.
want to see it. We don't want to admit it because we think that we always think that we are right. It doesn't matter if anyone tells us anything and tries to teach us. We don't believe her because we believe what we think is right. You're right anyway. Even if you're wrong, you're right.
Yeah. So when we actually understand, or when we let go of that ego layer, as you mentioned, we can then go through and see, okay, what could be a different truth? What could be something that we're not aware of? So, going through your journey then in the past 8 years, um, what would you say is something that really helped you in your journey? You mentioned, like, one thing is, don't ever be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. But in the 8 years, you've been through the fear. You've been through the, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. So what's kind of something that really, really helped you?
What really helped me was that uh, my people in my country, in Estonia, know exactly what kind of person I am. I'm not the person who walks always with the masses. I think that it's transgenerational kind of a mission that what has helped me is a pattern from my mother, pattern from my granddad, and pattern from my granddad's mother. It's the pattern that no matter what, you'll survive. No matter what, you will survive. Even if they're saying you're stupid, you're gonna survive because their opinion does not determine my success.
Mm.
I'm gonna survive no matter what. And if you take this as the belief, for example, when I saw, let's say again, let's make that joke, dead people, then I told myself, I'm gonna survive. You were dead. I'm gonna survive because I'm alive. You know,
Yeah.
cards are on my table, so you can play around here and make your jokes with me, but I'm gonna survive, and that
Mm.
has helped me. And every time I have to cross the bridge, every time I have to step out from my comfort zone, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna survive. And today, you know, every year, I ask from God a song, like a song that's gonna support me. And you know, it's funny because this year I got the song because it starts to play in my head. And then I understand that, okay, this is the song that's gonna support me, hold me. And the song was "I Will Survive." Da 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 na 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 na. So that's, I think that's the affirmation for this year. So when I'm afraid, I'm gonna survive. Just do it.
I love.
When I changed my name, because my name used to be, as a TV host, it used to be Carmen Britson Tamme. And I have to share the story with you, why I changed the name or where it came from. Oh my God. You know what? I think it was, I don't remember when it was, actually 3 or 4 years ago. I was walking in the summertime. And then, you know, I manifest things so that I manifest them through my body because I don't believe very much to this drawing stuff. So I have to manifest through my body. So I did my stuff there, manifesting, and then I stepped into the future timeline. And I was there and I looked, okay, in 5 years, what's going to happen? Let's see what's going to happen. I saw myself on the stage, a big stage. I didn't do my master classes then even. And I saw myself on the stage. And I was like, oh my God, I'm on the stage. Really? I'm speaking in English. Oh my God. And then I heard them calling my name, like to the stage. And I was like, just a second, it's not my name. It's not my name that they're calling. And then I stopped and I listened. And they said, Carmiola, Carmiola, Carmiola. Who is Carmiola? It's not me. No, I saw myself. I saw myself going on the stage. And then I was shocked. I opened my eyes. And then I went to do another walk. And suddenly I started to write on the sand, Sa Santura, 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 Santura. No, something is missing. De Santura. Yeah. And that's the birth of my name. But you know, Janet, what happened? It was in November. I stepped on the stage where I saw myself,
Wow.
and I spoke in English, and I was Carmiola De Santura. I went for it, and I believed in it, no matter what. So whenever you get this gut feeling that you have to do something, then don't hold on to anything that you know it's just to please other, to make up your mistakes, or just to, people are living for other people.
Mm.
But my people in my country know that I'm not that kind of person. If I know I have to do something, then I'm doing it with passion, with determination. And that's why we women have to say, no matter what I do, anyone can say whatever they want because that's their belief, but I'm gonna survive. I'm
Oh,
gonna survive.
I love that story. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. And, it's so powerful, that rebirthing process that you had, to the point where an identity, there's no stronger identity in this world apart from our names.
Yes.
But actually, you change, because our names then represent something,
Yeah.
whatever it is that we have attached to it, other people have attached to it and stuck labels onto it. Janette Wong means something. Carmen meant something.
Yeah.
It represented something. But the fact that you listened to your gut and your soul and said, you know what, I'm going to rebirth myself
Yeah.
since I'm at this journey anyway.
Exactly.
Why not change my name?
Yeah.
And then, come up with something brand new, Carmiola De Santura. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. That is so inspiring. And for, those of you out there who are ever contemplating changing up something, even
Mm-hmm.
if it is your name,
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually, if it means something different to you, and if it enables you to let go and shed that old skin of yours that you don't need anymore, that no longer serves you, it's worth doing.
And when you're saying your name out, just catch the feeling. How do you feel when you're saying your name out loud? How do you
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah.
For quite a bit, I think it was just before awakening, I already felt that I don't like to hear my name. I don't know why, but I don't like it. Jeanette, try to say in English, Pritson.
Pritzen.
All right, you got it. Usually people who speak English, they say prison because they cannot,
Prison.
yeah, because they cannot say this T.
Ah,
And when you skip T, you get prison.
yeah.
And there are many stories around this old name, but I don't mind when people are saying the old name. It's not, I'm not like offended or anything. I'm just like, yeah. So I don't want to say anything bad to people who still feel like, no, she's Carmen Britson. Yeah, totally fine with me. I'm gonna survive.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone who is out there can take on that song for themselves as well. I will survive, or pick your own new one. I love that idea. Just pick a song,
Mhm,
or ask the universe, well, what song would help me through this year,
mhm.
and just let it roam and play it every single time, because that can become your support system
Yeah,
when, even when there's no one around. Play
Yeah,
a
yeah.
song that you know and it's going to help you out. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. For everyone, if you are interested in hearing more about Carmiola's story, finding more about her, then please go on and connect with Carmiola on her Facebook. It's literally just her name. I've put it on the screen right now. And because actually Carmiola is going through so many exciting things right now. You've got a new TV show coming out in 2025. You're working on more offers for your clients, for your coaching. So I'm super, super excited for you. So don't miss out, because Carmela is absolutely incredible. She is super, super inspirational, and she has helped me so much on my journey. And I would love for her to be able to support you on yours as well. Thank you so much, Carmela, once again for coming onto the podcast today.
Thank you,
It's been an
Janette.
absolute honor. So for my audience out there, we would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about this episode? Have you had any similar experiences? We'd love to know, and to share and have a conversation about what was your spiritual awakening like. And for those of you who have had the spiritual awakening and you're on your way, what's one thing that you can take away from Carmio's story and her transformational journey? We'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for listening live, and thank you so much for whoever's watching the recording afterwards. And once again, it's been incredible, and it's been my honor. Carmiola, thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Thank
everyone,
you,
we'll see
Janette,
you
for
again.
this perfect half an hour. I enjoyed it.
Me too. Right. All right then. See everyone, and we'll speak again very soon. Bye for now.
Bye bye.